soft like this, you want a softer tire, give you a bit of flotation to stay on top of that snow. So we're going to deflate. It has now been snowing. It's still snowing.
Alrighty, day 3 of this epic adventure, and we awake atop a snow-filled mountain. And apparently getting out here is going to be quite interesting. It snowed a lot last night.
27 centimeters.
Yeah.
And it is freezing. So yeah, let's hit the road and see what today holds. I'm excited.
It's actually my first time actually driving in snow.
Yeah.
So I'm more excited, especially with what these cars are capable of doing.
Guys, I want you to activate your hill descent control here. We're gonna rather start it slow so we don't go out of control.
Perfect, thank you.
Absolute amazing opportunity. We're never going to see this again, probably in my lifetime. So it's been an awesome experience, and obviously doing it in the product that we love. That was fabulous. There's been a lot of rain on that evening. There we go. There we go. Well corrected, Carol.
Windows down, safety belt out. Yeah, we did it! It was a bit of a scary drive. Slippery moments here and there. Our vehicles all held their own and we were able to all go out.
Really an adventure. I've driven lots of places, so has Marius, but we've never had all of this in this 36-hour period. Thank you and well done to all. Yeah, it was great. Had some good fun, good experiences. Yeah, now looking forward to that soup.
Yeah, we're sitting around this fire now. It's quite nice. Cold outside, but it was super cold yesterday morning when we left that mountain lodge, hey? I don't know about you guys, but I was just blown away when I walked outside and saw those ranges covered in snow and ice. Everyone was saying that it's quite treacherous making our way down the mountain now with all the snow, and there's no road, it's been covered. And we got into those cars and put the heaters on and off we went, set the downhill descent control and put them in low range, and those vehicles just did their thing.
That one pass was a grade 3 when it's dry.
Sure.
When it's dry. The capabilities of these cars just prove themselves. We did that in the snow, wet snow, muddy, you name it, we got it. And none of us, there was no issues.
But then what happens when you mix water and sand? You get some slush puppy mud.
Yes.
And in the Raptor, you
Some dancing.
got some, I don't know if we can call that twerking or what that was, but that was some sideways action.
Yeah.
You were twerking in that raft.
Yeah,
We liked it.
But
You're learning sideways.
But
And
you
I had
caught
to
it quite
continue.
nicely. You caught it quite
I had
nicely.
to,
I don't
I had
know,
to.
Kevin. I don't know if you were,
Some white knuckles.
And then we got to the river crossings, and that just looked so intimidating.
Oh.
When you look at that water, you think it's gonna be hairy, and we just idled through these river crossings effortlessly. you guys were playing with the wild track and the
Everything, all electronics.
and the
Tested
active
the
cruise
thing
control.
thoroughly.
Yeah.
Yes. I adjusted the distance, and the lane assist, and you can feel everything works so perfectly. The Ford Ranger was the first bakkie to have this features. I think it was the first bakkie that's got a 5-star for safety.
That wild track just cruised down that snowy mountain and through the mud. The water was to me scary. I haven't done that deep water crossings yet. I've done quite a bit of 4x4ing. So
I think we
Oh.
pushed it to the limits. I think
Yes.
that water was about 800 mil.
the electronics blew me away in the wild track, especially the adaptive cruise control.
Well, started off by yesterday was the most beautiful day, especially for South Africans. We hardly see snow, we know the sun. The entire trip, the route that we've been doing, we've had this heavy load at the back, yet the cars still perform fantastically. For what it's built for, Ford built tough. Engine weighs how much?
237
And
kgs.
then you have 100, and then you have another 100.
I'm not 100. I'm 100.
Yesterday was just a highlight, also getting into from snow, muddy, water, and then the tar road. So it is a proper adventure car from a 360 degree. You have city life, you have the farm life, you have the adventure life, all of it into one happened for me. So yesterday was a fantastic day in the Ford Ranger.
Ford has this slogan, built tough. And for me, yesterday, it resonated with me. Because what we put those vehicles through, starting with snow, into these riverbeds, muddy conditions, slipping and sliding across sides of mountains, for the first time, and me not being a 4x4 person, for the first time, I truly understood what Ford means by built tough. That car was tested to its limits, I think, over the last 2-3 days. And yesterday, I think we just took it a notch higher. And going through those riverbeds, and me being a passenger in the Raptor, while Carol was the driver, I had to put my trust in the person and the car. And we keep talking about trust. And for me, I'm quite proud to say I'm part of the Ford team. I'm part of the team that builds this bakkie. And really, over the last 3 days, I can say I am truly proud and truly believe that the slogan "built tough," means something.
Yes, I chickened out on the snow. I said, Kevin, please drive, because I didn't trust myself. It was the first time I was in the snow, so which was a great experience. And then Kevin took us out of the snow, and I was so comfortable, and I was trusting the vehicle, I was trusting Kevin, and we were safe. And then I took over on a muddy, slidey road.
Which I think was probably worse than the snow,
It
to
was
be honest with
it
you.
was honestly the worst than the snow. I also believe that as well.
Yeah.
You have to then trust the steering, trust the car, and focus on the road. I was sitting up like this, making sure that I drive, because I have Kevin next to me, and his family is going to ask me, Carol, what happened? How am I going to answer that? Building these vehicles and the amount of work and effort that everyone does and gives in the plants and the contribution that they do, I'm so grateful that I got to experience the actual vehicle now. How what we do in plants and the commitment that we have as employees, from lower level to higher level, it's very proud to say that we are building a good, safe vehicle for our customers.
And something that also impressed me was, I think sometime last night we all came onto the radios and we were talking about fuel consumption. In our FX4, the single turbo, we've got the engine on the back, and I think we were doing around just over 10 liters per 100 kilometers. What were you guys doing on the wild track?
10.5.
10.5?
They were all basically
More or less.
the same. I think the Raptor was slightly.
We were running at about 11.5.
But we got Lewis Hamilton here behind the wheel.
Yeah, it did shoot up when we went into sports mode.
I think what I'm looking forward to is delivering these engines, because that's why we're transporting them. We're going to be donating them to a technical college.
As for it's good that we are actually investing in the future of our country. So the kids are going to be able to learn and understand the engines and what they build, and I'm sure it's going to also make them look forward into joining this Ford family.